Hey my friends, welcome to Life Expansion. I'm Jason Stephenson. Thank you very much for joining me, and my little dog Dharma here. You can barely see him at the moment. He seems a bit lower than normal, but he'll put his head up in a moment. Hi, thanks again for joining me. If you can hear me, just give me the thumbs up, and I'll say hello to you all. To Susan and Tanya and Wendy, Livy. Lovely to see you guys. Hi Heather and April, hello. How are you all? How are you going? How's your week been? Hi Adele and Seal, lovely to see you. And Kate and Vanya, Susan, Tanya, Jane. Hey, welcome to you all, and also welcome to the others who might not be right on this live chat at the moment, but will be on the live chat a little bit later, if that makes sense. And I'd like to also say that if this timing is not really good for you, never fear, because from tomorrow on Thursdays at 5 p.m, I've just got to check that, 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Let me check. I've got the right time here. Yep, 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's tomorrow, later. Which will be great for, I guess, people in the European countries. I'll be basically doing a repeat version of this video. So it's also going to a lot of different people on Facebook and people that can't make this session here. So it's great to have you in the room today, in the classroom of life. It really is good. I'm just getting my screen sorted out here. Susan says, perfect for me. Yay, that's great. Great. Yeah, I know it will fit some people that this is, I think it's, I know with Tanya and there's so many people in the European countries that this is not a very good time. I think it's 1, 2 or 3 in the morning. So, hello Giza, Elena sends her thoughts and love. And thank you very much. Thank you so much, Giza. And sending my love back. Sending my love to all of you. All of you. And I'm really looking forward to today's meditation, to do this one, and it's going to touch a little bit on fear. And just checking, can you hear me okay? I'm pretty sure that you can. What time is it now in Eastern Australia? Right at the moment in Eastern Australia, it is 11 a.m. It's 10:30 where I am, but it's 11 a.m. They're half an hour ahead of me, so it's 11 a.m. right at this moment. So I'd like to recommend a book. Oh, see in here, great, awesome, thank you. This is actually, I have a Jason fan club here in Columbus, Ohio. I'd like to recommend an audio book. I've been listening to this over and over again. It is such a beautiful book. It's called Polishing the Mirror by Ram Dass. How to live... My eyesight is terrible with this. How to live with your spiritual heart. I'm just going to show you see if you can see it there, if it will come up. This is truly a... this man speaks so much from the heart, and so much love and so much wisdom. And I highly recommend it, if you can't get the audiobook, to even try and get the book. In fact, I think I'm going to be getting the book, because it's... I'm up to about the 3rd time listening to it, and I will just keep listening to it and let it sink in. I don't know about you, but I love to... If ever I get a good book or a good audiobook, I really like to listen to it over and over and over again, or to read it over and over again, and to underline parts and... that means something to me. And it's really good when you find those books that really touch something inside you, it hits the core of you, and that's what this book has done. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful human being. Yeah, so I can't recommend that enough. So it's called Polishing the Mirror, Ram Dass. I think he lives in Hawaii at the moment, and yeah, amazing man. So this this meditation today is it's touching on letting go of fear and worry. And how I'm going to do this is we're going to do a guided meditation. So we'll connect to the breath first. I'll take you on a little bit of a visualization, but then I think I'm going to close this meditation with the last 2 or 3 minutes of silence, of not talking at all, and to allow us to be still. And I guess that's the path of meditation, is to let go of all thoughts and to, if we can focus on that breathing and get to that place of utter peace, even if it is only for moments. But I think that serves us, because I think the focusing part of meditation, the part where we need to keep calling our mind back to focusing on the breath, I think is really good for us, not just for the meditation practice itself, but it spills over into all areas of our lives, where we can begin to become more focused and more present, and we can begin to catch our mind when it begins to just trail off. I was doing a meditation last night just to silence. I awoke at about 2 or 3 a.m. and wanted to get back to sleep, and the mind was racing a bit, so I thought, okay, let's just do this meditation. And it was interesting how many times I caught my mind. I could have been thinking about something for even 1 minute. It just trailed off and I followed thoughts, but then just becoming aware of that and gently bringing that back in, that, oh, okay, I went off track there. I was thinking that, let's bring it back now to this. So it doesn't matter how long we go off track with our thoughts during meditation. This is a normal thing. All we do is, when we become aware of that we've been off track, that we just bring it back gently. So you can do this meditation sitting or lying down. And I'm seeing a lot of congrats, Tanya. Congratulations. You're a great auntie today. Okay, awesome. Good on you. And Seal, where? YouTube or Facebook? Oh, I think you're referring to Seal, the live tomorrow, and that's on Facebook. And my Facebook page is Jason Stephenson Meditation. If you join Jason Stephenson Meditation, if you're not already there, you'll see that's where I'll be doing the live tomorrow. And I'll give a bit of a shout out an hour or so before. So let's begin this meditation. Hey, can you see? You probably can't see him, can you? You can just there. You can just see him a little bit there. There's his face there. Okay. You can do this one sitting down or lying down. Sitting or lying down, and we'll light the candle and we'll begin. Really just let yourself go, guys, and just enjoy this one. And we can begin this meditation by bringing your attention now to your breath and breathing in and out through the nose. And what you can do with this is you can focus either on one part or the other. You can focus on the air that just enters at the tip of the inside of your nose. You can focus there on the air going in and out. Or you might like to focus down in the solar plexus area, down the abdomen area of the belly, expanding on the breath in and contracting on the breath out. Just see if you can use one of those as an anchor point to keep your focus throughout this meditation. And as I mentioned during this meditation, if there's any thoughts that come and go, allow them to be, and check in and see if you're not following them. Don't have to follow them wherever they go. Just at that point you notice that you're aware of a thought. That's when you can just bring your focus back to your breathing. Just relaxing into this present moment and all of your attention on your breathing. And extending this beautiful awareness now to all parts of your body. We can do a body scan starting at the top of your head and moving from the top of your head right down to the tips of your toes, and noticing in particular any places that you might be harboring tension. And if you sense any of these places, see if you can breathe in and out through that area. And as you do that, watch that tension dissolve. See it melt away. Sometimes we hold tension in our shoulders, the upper back, our jaws, the jaw area. Just checking these areas, making sure they're relaxed. And steering yourself into a state of calm and not worrying about that you should achieve something during this meditation, or you should feel this, or you shouldn't feel this. Let go of all expectations right now and just let this all go and sink into tranquility. Just diving deep into calm. In our lives, fear has its place. There is a time when we're presented with fear for the sake of our lives in a matter of urgency. It used to be called like the fight or flight mode, where we would get that adrenaline rush of fear to protect ourselves and to run from any beasts that may have been chasing us, any wild animals. However, in today's world, most of the time we're feeling fear, and it truly prevents us from living in the now. They're fears that are sometimes not rational, and that can stop us from moving forward. And this can lead to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage sometimes can be a good thing, though. I mean, it can be a sign that you are holding the solution to your own problem. So this isn't such a bad thing, to know that the solution is there. In these next few moments, I'd like you to just check in and see where any fear or worry might be presenting itself and holding you back from a certain situation or from moving forward. Does anything come up for you? Just breathing into this, and even if it presents itself as a little uncomfortable for you, know that you are safe here now. Just breathing through this and breathing deep. And realizing that this is a thought. And thoughts are transient. They come, they go, and you're more than your thoughts, and you're safe here. Just take a moment here and realize that you can transform your discontent or any fears or concerns into your empowerment. And just see yourself now moving forward with safety, with love, no longer having to run. If it's procrastination that might have been holding you back, and sometimes that can be fear in itself, just see yourself chipping away at this, one step, one moment at a time. Sometimes the feeling of being overwhelmed can leave us feeling like we're stuck in a situation and not able to move. But visualize yourself coming to your own solutions as to how you can redirect your internal compass and move away from fear, which some have coined as false evidence appearing real. And for the most part, that's what a lot of fear is false evidence appearing real. Let go now and open yourself up to communication from God or from your higher self. Just allow this to flow through you. If you find yourself that your mind is going over and over obsessing about a particular thought or subject, just gently call your mind back and release all judgment on yourself. Just let this go. This is your time to breathe. Just breathe. Just take a few moments to reflect on these affirmations. Right now, I choose to be at peace with myself. Right now, I choose to be at peace with myself. I release all thoughts that no longer serve me well. I release all thoughts that no longer serve me well. I create my own happiness in my life. I create my own happiness in my life. I allow my thoughts to drift to a positive and peaceful place. I allow my thoughts to drift to a positive and peaceful place. I make every effort to forgive myself and others. I make every effort to forgive myself and others. With each breath, I relax my muscles in my body and release tension. With each breath, I relax my muscles in my body and release tension. I use fear to my advantage only when it truly serves me. I use fear to my advantage and only when it truly serves me. Today I choose to release all barriers that are holding me back. Today I choose to release all barriers that are holding me back. My mind is now free. My mind is now free. And just spending these next few moments just with your breath. Focusing on the breath in and out. And when thoughts come and go, just gently shift that focus back to your breathing once more. And just before opening your eyes, what I'd like you to do is just take your right hand and from the top of your head, down your arms, down your body, just with a brushing motion, release any worries or fears, like you're brushing them away from your body, just letting them go. Brushing down your body, both sides, your chest, your head, your legs. Releasing, letting go. And just taking in a couple of deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and releasing one more time through the mouth, just blowing out any tension, letting it go. And welcome back, my friends. Welcome home. And I just saw a comment here from Adele here. Says, you are always assuming the evidence is false. No, I think fear has its place, and as I mentioned, there are times that we need fear to act in a particular way, whether that be to run or to to escape something that's uncalled for. It's a protection device. However, what I am saying is that for the most part in our lives, and probably 90% of the time, that's just a figure I picked out of the air, but probably for 90% of the time that fear is just not worth it. And if you reflect back on your life, all the times when you've felt fear, and you can really reflect back on it, and there might have been, well, I know for myself, just that there's been, times where I've had massive amounts of fear. And looking back now, the only purpose that fear served me was destructive, was detrimental to my health and well-being. And but yeah, it's not to say that fear certainly is real in many cases, in some certain cases, and that's something that we have to be aware of too. I hope I've sort of explained that for you, and I hope that helped you. And also, thank you very much. Just to mention that my dad is he's not doing too bad. In fact, he's been booked in now for hospital, which is really, really great news, because he was waiting to get in, and sometimes you have to wait, and he wasn't well. And anyway, he's booked in. He's going in, I think, next week. So thank you very much. Yeah, so that's all. See, I'm sure that's prayers and thoughts. I'm really sure of that. I hope that answered it, Adele. It's a fair answer. Yeah. And I mean, that's saying false evidence appearing real. I mean, obviously that, that's not all fears, as I mentioned, but it's a good one to use for most of our fears, that's for sure. Even the most awful, sometimes what appears to be the awful circumstances, and it turns out that the fear can just end up going like that when things change. And see, yeah, that's an interesting point. When things change, you see, sometimes we hang on to, we're allowing the outside external circumstances to place that fear on us, instead of us having control over that and going, no, this is not really acceptable here. but we live and learn every day. Every day we can, if we tap into that, we can get stronger and stronger and realize our emotions and what is necessary and what is not necessary, I guess, if you like. Yeah, lovely to... Jane says, most of my fears seem to do zero good. Most of my fears seem to hold me back. Oh, they do, yeah. They do tremendous amount. It's a tremendous waste of energy, actually. Yeah. Of course, there's, I think there's the other side of that. There's nervous energy. And nervous energy, of course, can be really good for us. Because we can channel that, and we can use that to be empowered. Yeah. Julie, perfect focus. Fear. Just turned 47. I'm single. Scares the hell out of me. I'm amazed by the power of affirmations. What a wonderful thing. Thanks for tonight. You're most welcome, Julie. And yeah, 47 and single. Don't be too concerned by that, Julie. I'm 51 and single, and I'm... It's okay. You're safe. It's okay. And that person will come along when the time's right for you. Yeah, I'm sure of it. And Giza says, which is a good point, a good way is also to face them, go against despite the fear we feel. Absolutely, Giza. Absolutely right. To face them head on, and yeah. And when we do that too, then we can take appropriate action from there when we face them head on, and then we find out that they usually when we face them, it's like, oh, is that all it was? It's so true. I think it's the running from fear that's possibly the worst thing, you know. Anyway, before we go, we're going to pick a card. I'll see if I can get Dharma available to pick an angel card. We've got to draw out a card. I almost forgot. So, let's see if you can see him here. Dharma. Dharma. There he is. He's too comfortable. Can I move the camera down? Let me just try if I can move this down a bit. Won't be a moment. Let's see if we can just tilt that work? No. That work? Not really. Okay, it's not going to stay there. But you've got to trust me. I'm getting Dharma to pick one of these cards when he puts his nose up here. Dharma, what one? Okay. We've got one, guys. It's this one here. So, okay, this one's called Clairvoyance. I'll show you in a moment. Archangel Raziel, and it says, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. That sounds beautiful. Oh, there. There you go. Pick a winner, Dharma. He's still too cold to come out of the blanket, but it'll warm up soon. Well, I'm sending you love, guys, and I thank you very much for sitting in and joining me today. It's you're an awesome crowd. You're a real lovely bunch of people. And as I said before at the beginning, if you want to get that book by Ram Dass, Polishing the Mirror, that one there, it is truly worth it. It is really worth it. Yeah, I love that book, and I'm going to continue to listen to it. So thank you guys. I send you tons of love. And tomorrow, remember, Facebook, I'll be doing a live session. I'm actually doing this session again. So you guys might not want to see it, but any Facebookers, if they get to watch this, and that'll be a weekly thing I'll be doing every week. So Wednesday's here, Thursday's Facebook, but for you guys, it's probably Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I get confused. It's really hard. You'll work it out. Oh, does anyone know the name of the deck of cards Jason uses? Oh, yes. These ones. It's Archangel Oracle cards. That's those cards there. And it's by... Oh, it's Doreen Virtue. Doreen Virtue's cards. It comes with a little book as well. And sorry if you don't get the reminders, guys. YouTube has a funny thing. It just certainly doesn't do it so many times to so many people. So my apologies in advance for that. Hope to see you next week, guys. Okay? Stay blessed. Go with much love, okay? All the love in the world. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.